think that's why I have 0.
I think you did, yeah.
Totally.
There's a beam of light enveloping the temple, and all around it is twilight darkness. Everybody else, you're about 20 feet away, hidden behind a crumbling building. You have 2 of Lord Malcolm's, or Crusader Malcolm's people with you, Golden Axe Faust and Crusader Sisabella. Sisabella was one of Lady Amalise's top generals before the coup. And Faust is just like a rank and file Golden Army soldier. They're very formal about how you address them, so you always address them by their weaponry. So his name is literally Golden Axe Faust. When anyone from the Golden Army talk to him, that's how they approach him. Same with like Golden Spears. You always say their title before their name, a practice that may or may not have been carried over from the Thomists, but they're still like maintaining with your small little guerrilla army of Golden Army warriors. But they are the only 2 with you, and you just see Ivo run up and fire into the church. Take it away. What do you do?
Lenora would get up and follow.
Yep. Dakoth is trying to not necessarily close the distance, but I guess with Ivo, yeah, close the distance so I can be in front and draw my sword.
Yeah, and remember, right? Like, I believe I like kind of winked and waved you forward as I charged in.
Yes.
So you knew, it wasn't a surprise that I was going in or anything.
So you rush up in front of them, Lenora by your side, Loop a little further behind, and the 2 soldiers behind you as well. And when you get to the door, you see the troll encased in black onyx stone metal armor. He's almost 10 feet tall. They're massive, hideous spiders, like, engraved into the armor. And lots of webbing. There's a whole webbing theme to it. And beside him is a large black wolf that he could easily ride on as a mount. It's very large. You've maybe never seen a wolf this size, though you've probably heard of gray wolves. On the altar near him, also the troll, he ran into kind of the shadow of a pillar. You see him like moving behind it as you run up Dakoth. You see 2 Golden Army Spears women finish tying down the priest to the altar, and they draw their weapons and start to move towards you in a defensive stance. Lenora's father, Gerard, just stands off to the side. He appears to almost be in a trance, and he's just staring at the altar where the priest is tied up. And I'll let you make the first move. The wolf is just howling, standing next to the altar, letting out this kind of deafening howl. Yeah, go for it.
Does it seem like the troll has seen me?
Does it seem like what? Sorry?
Like the troll has seen me?
No, the troll, as you can tell, is just attempting to hide from the light and is not paying attention to at all what's going on. Didn't maybe even notice the knight get slain by the crossbow bolt.
Oh, is the light coming from behind us?
It's coming from above
Like
you.
through
It's coming,
the-
shining
through-
straight down.
Through the roof.
Above, yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole glass. You can go to the temple. Oh, it may not be. on like the Temple of Asher page, and you can kind of even see on this, there's just a large dome at the top of the temple that allows sunlight to stream in, because normally that's exactly what Asher wants.
And there's the 2 golden spears in front of the troll as well.
They're basically running towards you down the middle aisle, and the troll has run off into the shadows behind a pillar behind the altar. So he's pretty far away from you.
Okay. I'd like to run basically around. I'd like to avoid the spears, kind of kite them to get around to the troll.
Okay, so you'll like dart left basically and start jumping over pews.
Yes. But I might wait until they are at a distance that I'm confident they couldn't cut me off. You know, kind of bait them into a closeness, and then walk across the pews or go down one of the aisles on the far side.
Okay, you do that. Lenora.
Lenora is not as cool as Ivo, but raises the crossbow and shoots at the wolf.
Ooh. Okay.
Her assessment is that thing is way more dangerous than anybody else in the room.
So Nick, you're trying to Dakoth's trying to like flank the troll?
Yeah, basically, or get to the troll and directly fight them.
Okay.
Or, you know, deal significant damage while they're like terrified of the light, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you guys know, when we enter a fight, I am screwed.
Why is that? You just have bad stats?
Yes.
Okay.
Not a fighting monk. Does have an axe. Could get lucky, but gonna probably rely on praying.
No, that's all right.
Mm-hmm. Okay, go ahead and shoot your bolt.
So, what is my obstacle?
Yeah, that's what I'm... Well...
I think it's just 2. It was just 2 last time.
Wonder if I can...
And we can probably look it up. It's in the log.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to scroll up and find it.
2.
I wonder if I didn't go far enough. I don't even remember how we arrived at that.
At the bottom. I think it's just because that's the base obstacle for shooting. In a range and cover.
Perfect. Oh, and it's already set it up too. Have at it.
Okay. I'm going to spend those fate points, or those persona points.
It'd be cool if you dropped it.
Well, we know crossbows have the chance of doing B11, so...
And then the range dice, do I add that as bonus dice, essentially?
I forgot you used a crossbow too.
Am I at optimal range or extreme range?
Yeah, you'd be at extreme range.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to use 2 persona points. Now, do we still have that bonus die even though Loop isn't there?
Yes.
That he gave us?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have +1. You even I'll say that a storm seems to be brewing. If you remember the previous night, you saw lightning tornadoes covering the plains from your campsite, and it seems that there's just this massive storm starting to form above you, and the wind is picking up. Oh.
Okay. Can you add +1 to my obstacle? Because of my armor.
Oh. Interesting.
Okay. I'm rolling. Eight dice against obstacle 3.
You got this.
You never know. I pushed the button. Nothing has happened yet. Should I push it again?
Yeah, try rolling again. Let's see.
There you go.
Ooh, yeah.
You got a
Wow.
couple 6s.
Wow, that's a good roll. Oh, you're gonna kill my wolf.
So, it is. So my obstacle is 3, so I have 3 extra successes, and that means I can add to the die of fate.
Do you want to explode your 6s to potentially?
Yeah, I
The
do.
Crossbow. If you could gray shade that, that'd be insane.
Oh.
I don't think you can though.
No.
Just sort of it is what it is.
Well, it's based off of the crossbow skill, your weapon, and you can gray shade
Right.
that.
Yes, if you can grayscale the crossbow skill, that's correct.
Yeah, that'd be so cool. Well, because putting a fate to burst the 6s goes toward. Oh my god, I can't think of the word. Aristia, is that what they call it?
So I gotta move it, and then I gotta add to the whatchamacallit. So first you gotta tell me where you want it to get hit.
Yeah, gonna do the leg.
All right. That's the leg has armor on it, correct?
Let me see if I said it correctly. Armor dice 2.
Okay. Okay.
What's the VA of your crossbow? 2? Okay, well,
2.
so it's 0.
So does it not matter?
I'm pretty sure Verse Armor just reduces that. Described under Armor and Shields. I'm pretty sure it just reduces their armor dice by 2. I think that's why VA is so powerful.
Got it. So then there's no reason to move it. Let's see. How many successes do I have right now? I got 8 successes. I got 5. Okay.
The number indicates the ob penalty for any armor test caused by that weapon.
Uh-huh. So I will move it to the head. That's 2 successes. And then I have 3 more, which adds to the die of fate, correct?
I believe so.
But is there any reason for me to move it to the head?
Badass.
Mm-hmm. We
Plus
bust
one to
in this
die
room
fate.
to shoot two things in the head. Oh boy.
It's like
I'm
like a Navy SEALs kind of movie or something.
Right.
Yeah, it's coming back around, and I'm gonna eat total shit trying to kill this troll.
The irony being that you're the most badass of all of us. That would be great.
I'm ready for it.
Anyway, so my question is there any reason to move to the head? Because it's,
Like our answer.
the armor is negated. And I'm pretty sure the answer is no.
You rolled triple the obstacle, I think, right? Yeah. Oh, almost. You rolled double the obstacle.
Yeah.
So you get +2 to the die of fate. If after aiming.
Right, but if I don't aim, I get +5.
I think because you're armor 2, like it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. All right.
As far as I
So
can
then
tell.
I'm not going to move it. I'm just going to shoot. All right.
Oh, missiles at extreme range suffer -1 to the die of fate roll.
All right. Well, I had +5. So that's still a 5. So it's a B11.
You had 8 successes. That's so gnarly. You were so close to getting triple. Okay, so the wolf yelps pitifully and falls to the floor.
Okay.
Ivo?
Do I get an action again so quickly?
Yeah. Because you got the jump
So
on
af-
them, so you got the jump and you're all get to go, like, you get to make the first move.
So how? I mean, is the wolf dead?
It is not moving or making any noise.
And how far away is it?
You'd have to like dash to it. It's probably about 60 feet from you, but you have there's the two spear women coming at you down the main aisle.
And how far away is the troll?
The troll's like 80 feet away from you, way in the back corner, and you see Dakath like heading that way, and you see one of the spearswomen trying to chase him, and the other one keeps coming towards you and Lenora.
How long does it take to reload? Can I just do that?
Yeah, you could spend your action reloading, I believe. I don't
Yeah,
think it's
I
like
didn't
it's not
know
like
how
a
slow it
10-minute
is.
thing. It might be it might be a certain amount of actions. That would be interesting to know.
In fight, it's a pain in the ass to reload. It's like 15 actions or some nonsense.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
it's
know
like
it was
a
slow.
whole-
That's why I figured it was worth asking. Let's see if I can find it.
Might be able to search it. Knock arrow and draw bow. Reload. 16 actions to draw and load. Heavy crossbows require 32 actions.
Yeah, wait. But on page 125, I've got a dwarven arbalest. It says it 10 actions.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
I thought
10
it might be
actions
different.
is
So that's page
essentially like a
125.
few moments. Or
Okay.
2 to 3. It's like probably a minute basically for 10 actions.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy for you to interpret it loosely and not dwell on all the detail of the game.
10's still a lot better
But
than
do I
16.
think I can get it done by the time the Shield Maiden or whatever reaches me?
I don't think so. They're only a few
Okay.
seconds away from you.
Oh wow. Okay. I feel like I have another weapon. Let me see this. I feel like
You-
the Foundry sheet.
If I don't know if it changes what you're thinking too, but the two Golden Army soldiers, like they also like start running to meet the Golden Spear woman head on. So you know that would buy you some time, so you could move and try to reload, or like if you want to take cover and reload, that's an option, or you could charge in with them.
Where I had an axe or a knife or something. Yeah, I guess if I can kind of slide into cover and reload and hope they can handle her. Because I thought, I mean, I have knife skill, but I don't have a knife. I guess I couldn't afford it and I bought the booze instead. So yeah, this is all I got.
That's the thing with crossbows, is they can do so much damage, but then you have to like figure out, make sure you're safe before you can actually use it a second time.
Yep.
Okay. Dakath, you have one of these spear people charging after you. You've got a little bit of a...
I wanted to check, like, how many turns did I estimate when I started running to get to the troll?
You would probably be able to, like, get to him on your next go around.
Okay. I think I probably should have started singing as soon as I started running then.
Oh, so yeah. Okay, if you fail, you're all going to witness like a magical barrier go up around the altar. You'll see it.
Okay.
What do you want to set your ob for?
Let's see. Let me think about this for a moment. Open this thing. Let me see. So I get 6 dice, and then where are my call on driven to get an extra one, or is that just for sword? Okay.
Okay.
So I wouldn't get it for that, but I would bring in sword and can I fork sing?
Yeah, you can fork. Oh no, you can't fork anything because it's a spell.
Oh, you can't fork anything because it's a spell.
Yeah, you can't fork into songs.
Okay.
You can fork Song of Songs, I think, if you have it.
Yeah, there's one
Gotcha.
specific song.
Okay.
And I think...
But I do get the 1 extra die. So I do think I want to make this low. So I want to just go for Ob 2 to get open-ended sword dice.
Okay.
Wait, adding help dice. That's not what I wanted to do. Bonus dice 1. Remind me of Persona that just adds a die.
Yeah. And when you eventually spend Fate, Persona, and a Deeds on a skill, like that's how you make it gray and white.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and spend a Persona on that as well.
Have I done that? I think I've been marking it.
I think it automatically does it for you.
Okay, so I got 6 successes.
Yeah, it says 2 on crossbow for presumably Persona. Okay, interesting.
6 successes, which I don't think I get to do anything extra with those
Wow.
successes, right?
Nope.
Or do I?
I don't think so.
Yeah. I should have. I knew. I was like, that Ob 4 Crushing Edge for +1 VA would be really nice, but you know what? Play it safe. Okay. So, are you allowing me to say that that was on my movement last turn?
Yeah, so it's all
or-
kind of, it can flow. It's all happening kind of really quickly. So everybody else now has to make a steel test.
Oh, right. Do my friends gain any... develop any immunity after repeated exposure to...
I don't think so.
That's kind of wild.
Wonderment
what's-
is just
what's the
magic.
ob?
That's what's so great about it is every time you do it, they are equally as stunned. Like it blows their minds every single time, like because it is just so out there.
Oh, hey, guys, you want to hear something worse?
What?
Add
What's that?
+1 ob to the hesitation for every success over the song obstacle.
Oh, no.
That's what I thought there was something. Thank you for looking that up, Myron. So the ob is actually +4.
Yeah.
So I have a steel of 6, and what's the ob?
It's your hesitation +4.
If you roll steel under the stats and attributes page, it'll start with your hesitation.
And then you can just add 4 to it.
Oh, I see. Okay. I think I did it
To the
right.
difficulty, just add 4 to that number.
Something with a pop-out character sheet, the interface was messed up. Wow, I really blew it.
Yeah, I hope this isn't the occasion where Wonder kills all of my allies because they're...
That's
Grueling.
why elves gain so much grief, is because they end up
Yeah.
being the cause of all of their own grief. Oh, hey now.
Oh, boy.
Oh, I know why that's... Wow, look how many ones I rolled.
Hell yeah.
Fail. Did anyone pass? No. We have one more. One more. No way. That
I'm
plus
hesitating for
4
4.
is crazy.
Jesus Christ. That is a big time mass AoE stun.
Wow. The troll only failed by 1.
Okay.
Because the troll probably has... His hesitation is probably nothing.
He's seen some shit.
Mm-hmm.
You may not be the first elf he's seen.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like, wow, so Golden Axe Fost failed by 8. The
I
spears
failed by
failed.
9, I think.
Yeah, you did. Jeez. The spears failed by 7. All right, so it's going to go... it's going to go Dakath. And then the troll. And then I think Lenora.
Do I get an extra turn in there while the
Oh.
guy is stunned?
Yeah, you will. It's like you have a quick opening. He's stunned for 1 heartbeat essentially, so you're like charging to him with your sword raised and glowing, and you'll have 1 action. Yeah, because Lenora's only 4, so you'll go. All right, take us away, Dakath.
Yeah, I'm gonna get in there and try and drive my sword through hopefully an opening like between the helmet and the chest plate. Like if there's any I don't know. Ostensibly, would I be terribly athletic? Is there? I guess that's yeah. Maybe I keep it simple and just try and run up and drive my sword through uh, an opening while he's stunned.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
So that's going to be a sword skill. And I have. Oh, let me close that because it's open right now. I'm going to call on. Let's see. So I have 2 bonus dice because I'm calling on Driven. And we're in a field. I want to kill this troll dead. How do you use deeds again?
It can double your dice or re-roll all your failures unless that has changed. So let me just look that up to confirm it. Deeds. You can double the exponent of your stat.
Okay.
So double the opponent exponent of a single stat, skill, or attribute test. Only double the base skill and stat, and then add in the extra dice. You can also re-roll all your failures.
Okay, I'll
Oh,
hold
hang
it.
on, hang on a second. No, you can't. That's only for equipment dice.
Oh,
that's
and you know
interesting.
what? I need to be doing instead of just a sword test. I should be using my sword thing. Bonus
Remember,
dice.
you already have some kind of call on for your sword,
Yep.
which
Oh.
lets you re-roll failures or something crazy like that, right?
No, it just is a bonus dice. Or wait. Oh, is that not a bonus dice? The Driven?
No, it's a call on. That means you can re-roll.
Yeah.
You can re-roll failed dice on the test.
Oh shit. Okay.
So you could double your skill and re-roll the failed dice if you want.
Yeah, I want to do that.
That's
Fuck this
gnarly.
troll. So that base stat is gonna be. Is that power?
No, it's you just double your sword skill.
Oh, my sword
Yeah.
skill. Okay,
Yes,
so
if
I'm
you
adding
just go
6
to
additional.
gear in combat and just click
Mhm.
roll your elven sword, and it should. You can
There's
just
not
add 6.
a-
Add the amount of bonus dice equal
Yeah,
to your
yeah, yeah.
exponent.
I
Yeah,
think there's
so
an
I'm gonna
option
get
to
7.
divine
Wait,
inspiration.
divine
isn't there?
inspiration.
Oh,
Yeah,
divine
you're right.
inspiration.
Click that and
okay.
let's see what
That's
happens.
the one. Okay. I'm gonna add. Fuck it. I'm gonna add Persona as well. Do I get to fork anything?
Yeah, because you're just making an attack, so you could fork, I think, brawling if you have it.
I don't. Yeah. That's what I'm like. My forks are not great. It's just I just have a shit ton of dice to begin with, and I'm divine inspiration. Yeah. Let's.
You have Song of the Sword active.
Right, which is my sword dice are open ended, which was why you just saw.
14 successes on an obstacle too.
I'm gonna call on Driven to reroll those failures. That's
Can you
1,
do that
2,
through
3,
your
4, 5,
sheet?
6.
If you
Where is reroll with call
I don't
on?
think there is. I think you just would probably just have to click on roll 66 and see what happens.
Okay.
I'm wondering what reroll with deeds would do, because it might.
Why did deeds just give me? It just gave me -5 deeds. Do you have to have more than
No.
do you have to have more than one deed?
That's weird.
Oh, it's probably because you added 5. Yeah, I don't think so. I think that's just a flaw in
The
the
coding.
in the
We broke
programming.
the coding
Okay.
programming. Yeah.
with 14 successes.
Okay. Oh, I'm an idiot, and that is not how that works.
Before
On
you
this
like
one.
before we do the call on, you might want to save it because I don't know if you need any extra
Oh,
die.
you can only use call-ons like once a
Once a
session?
session. Correct.
Okay. Yeah. Never mind. Then yeah, I'm not gonna do that. How does 14 successes sound? What was the actual off?
Sounds like a lot of fucking successes. Well, I
You
guess
could roll a fate. Look at all those sixes.
They was already open-ended
Oh, is
from my
the deeds?
so.
from
I
my
guess
Song
I
of the
didn't.
Sword.
I didn't think it through. What we're gonna do is call this a brutal. Wow, I don't know why I can't think of what it's called right now. So I'm gonna roll
Coup de
against
grace?
you. What was it? Say again.
A coup de grace?
Oh, you could be so lucky.
Hmm.
He rolls his weapon against you.
Isn't he hesitating?
Oh, you're right.
He is presently
That's what
hesitating.
It is. I forgot. That's
Yeah.
right. Okay, that's why we didn't do the quick brawl. So
Yeah,
he'll-
you just gotta tell us. You gotta tell us where he
he's
would
gonna
take the hit,
it.
and then
Yeah, let me look at the gear. Move it to the right leg. Let's see if I can roll.
And then, how much do I have to spend to move it to, like?
you have to spend 2 successes.
Okay, so we're down to 10 beyond the obstacle. Assuming, well, was the obstacle 2 to begin with? I guess.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
so
no.
that's-
What? No. Was the obstacle would have been 1?
It's 1, I think. Yeah.
Oh god. Okay, so then 11 after conquering the obstacle and moving it to his head.
You have 11
Um,
more successes.
And I would like to put all of those into damage, I guess.
So I'll roll the
Or
armor.
do I have options other than?
Well, does he have a pot that isn't armored? Is the question.
No, he's fully armored. Does your weapon have
Okay.
versus armor? Let's see.
It's a VA of 1.
Yeah. Jesus.
So he negates 6 successes, I think, is how it works.
Okay, so he still takes
The one-
I have trouble reading these sometimes. Why are the
5.
twos successes?
So
he's just shaded up.
narratively, you go to strike him with your sword, and when you connect with the armor, there's almost this like explosion of magic as it connects, and you are like, your hands almost shake and it clings and clatters, and it kind of almost like glows a little when your glowing sword connects with it, but it's this deep purple, black, and red kind of aura.
Uh,
Can I use my call on now? Knowing that his armor is all fucked up like that?
No.
Wait, is his armor?
I still get 5 successes through.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. If the armor
I forget.
if the
how
armor meets the obstacle, the blow is deflected.
Oh.
What is his obstacle?
So he had 6. He has armor of 6 on his head. I guess a great helm is 6 dice.
So
Ruby.
the troll stands higher.
Just
And-
hold on. So he just doesn't take any damage from that?
Correct. If he's got a great helm on and it's got 6 dice,
That's fucked up. I don't know if I can do any better than 14 successes.
You used your deeds point too.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, it's the arm, like he's armored head to toe like that, right?
Mm-hmm. I was trying to describe it as best as possible. It is this like thick. It looks like it could be made from pure rock, but when you hit it, it sounds like and feels like metal, and you can tell it's obviously magically enchanted. And he will reach out and he just puts his hand on your chest.
Oh, wait, hang on a sec. Before we go down this road too far, I don't think that this makes a difference, right? That if your power is higher than 7, you get an additional VA.
My power is not higher than 7.
Okay. Then
I am curious if there was recourse for moving it to a more, like spending more dice to be more specific with hitting the armor in a weak spot or an unarmored spot.
That's the thing is, as far as you can tell, there is no unarmored spot, and you know the chest is usually the safest place. You know that if he rolls a 1, the helmet becomes damaged. So you know you could break the helmet with enough of his failures, really, if I'm remembering that correctly.
Yeah. That's correct. But it looks like this is white shaded armor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He puts his hand on your chest, and it's massive. It just covers you. He could almost wrap it around you. And you see that the spiders on his armor are moving as if alive and crawling along the webs engraved into it. And he speaks in the elven language and says, "You meet your fate today by the hand of Auntie." And you suddenly feel this, like, his hand begins to turn almost red with rust and black. And it begins to almost creep along your armor and into your skin. You can feel it sinking in through the cracks of your skin. This, like, black rust. And this is probably going to hurt you a lot. POW exponent +1 per extra success. Straight damage just directly to your health pool.
Oof. Hey, I'm going to step out and let my dogs out. So take your time because I want to see how this plays out.
Does he not have a agility test or something to block it, to not get snatched?
Get out of the way. Yeah, I was kind of under the impression that with the hesitation,
Well, his
Now you
hesitation
guys
came
are-
off.
have a little more. Yeah.
Now you
I
guys
do
are
wanna see
even,
that,
right?
though.
It would be an opposed test to try and grab him.
Well, it's technically a spell.
Oh,
Is it like a touch spell? Does he have to touch me to
That's
do
what
it?
I'm looking at right now.
we're in the negotiating phase of
Of staying
continuing to
alive.
live. Yeah.
I'll read this to you. At the touch of the servant's black hand, the black rust turns flesh into a charred, twisted ruin. The black rust ruptures skin and bone. Power exponent of the caster +1 per success of straight damage. No die of fate, no incident, no IMS. Caster need only touch his victim, OB1 agility test, or strike. Armor does not work against this spell. The caster may poison his hand as he would a blade and use the touch of the black rust to deliver the venom. Weapon length as knife. So I will make an OB1 agility test using Rituals of Night.
It's not a versus. It's not a versus test.
Nope, it is an OB1 agility test to touch him.
And we're not in a fight, correct?
No. If it was a
Is there
fight, I
any
would have to do it as a strike
use of-
action.
Is there any use of Artha to make somebody else reroll stuff?
No.
No. Okay.
Because if we're keeping track of the number of actions that it takes, like because we're hesitating,
Sure.
this spell takes 3 actions.
Yeah. Which puts us at action 4. And I think you come awake at 5.
How many-
You stop hesitating at 5, and everyone else was like behind you.
Are actions like rounds?
Heartbeats,
Sort of, because we're
like breaths, yeah.
So if I hit him and he was hesitating, and it takes 3 actions, is there any gap there that I get to move?
Yeah, you should also have 3 actions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when I see
So let's
that my
okay,
attack.
well, it sounds like we're going into a fight then.
I mean, yeah, because this attack seems like it would very much just come close to killing me.
All right, let's do it then. So first we go for setting advantage. Bloody verses. God, that's what I couldn't think of. I'm so annoyed that I couldn't think of that. All right, here we go. Pull up your fight page. This just got a little more intense. Oh, there it is. I'm like, okay. Can you all see that? I forgot to log in on my other.
So as soon as his spell goes off,
Well,
I will no longer be hesitating.
yeah. Exactly. Did the fight show up for you all?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not seeing anything.
Really?
I mean, I had to go to it to click on it, but yeah.
Oh, you might have to bring it up yourself under that second tab with the cross swords.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Okay, I see it.
Oh, but it didn't. You know what? I had this already set up. Oh, well.
Oh, shit, do I only have 3 actions this time?
So it's your reflexes determines how many actions you can take. What's your reflexes at? Oh, I can actually see, huh? So you only have B3
B3.
reflexes. Eesh. Okay, it's like not great.
What did I miss?
we're in a fight.
It seems like we're fighting now. Yeah.
Oh,
He opted to do a fight instead of potentially die outright.
well, that seems like a good choice.
Okay, where is it?
Yeah. Is just. Yeah.
And we
E3.
can't enter that, can we?
So you can only do one action per exchange.
Who, me?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna. Let's say we're
Why
all
did I
just in
have-
it.
When we fought the ghost, I had 4.
Yeah, because you have you're injured. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Did you not do
That's why.
the shake it off test?
Mm-mm.
I did at some point, not this session.
That there's a health test, but you can kind of shake off that 1D, right?
Yeah. When,
Did we do it last session? I just can't remember.
He did.
yeah, and I didn't get there.
Oh, you didn't succeed.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so you can't do it again.
So we can enter at some point, you said, Reed? Is there somewhere in the book that is explained clearly?
Yeah, on the book you want page 432 is the start of it. If you go to the combat encounters, the crossed swords, it'll bring up the actual fight actions where you can put in your action choices. B4 gets 4
Yeah, but I mean-
actions per volley. B5 gets 5. That's a lot.
Yeah, but I'm asking if we can enter their fight.
Yes, of course we can, but we're hesitating right now.
Yeah.
So, okay, here's what we'll
But
do.
the
I'm
way
gonna
you described
clear
it, it's like
everything.
we have to script our actions too?
No, well, I'm gonna just totally reset it, and we'll do. We'll add you in as you come out of your hesitation.
Okay, because I mean, be thinking about this. I don't know how this plays out mechanically, but my instinct that you had suggested I had written as always put yourself between a threat and your friends. So, you know,
Well,
if I'm
let's
playing
see
that instinct,
Let's see how many how many
I had 9, I think.
Oh,
I only
you-
have 1 success.
so you're hesitating for 9 actions.
Yeah.
Well, then, after you hesitate for 9 actions, you would have to put yourself, if you want to play that instinct and get yourself in trouble, you would put yourself
Yeah.
into the fight.
Sounds like a good
I will
idea.
be either dead or not in the area after 9 actions.
All right. Well, again, like I just want Reed thinking about that as my plan because it might be kind of messy mechanically, and this gives him time to be thinking. Like if that's not how it plays out, so be it.
Yeah, well, I think we'll have to. This is actually, to me, the whole hesitation thing is like a callback to first edition D&D, the way that surprise worked. It's very similar. It's like really reminiscent of it. Have you picked your 3 actions?
Oh,
So yeah.
looking for
Yeah, what are
run
you
the fuck
thinking?
away.
Oh. Really? You're gonna want to try to just get a bunch of attacks in on him. He begins to he holds up his hand to you as if he's about to
He's
touch
not-
you and starts
Yeah, he's not
chanting
doing
in
anything
this.
but for 2 actions, he's not doing anything.
We kind of broke the metagame already, but you know that most spells take time, and he is obviously casting a spell in this kind of dark demonic language that you've never heard before.
Great Strike is something that is
you
not
hold,
something that I
you do
have.
nothing, and then do a Great Strike. And you can't. You could also do nothing on the third volley and get a Great Strike on your very first volley of the next round.
Right.
So Great Strike, 2 Great Strikes in a row would be do nothing, Great Strike, do nothing, and then you are planning a Great Strike.
Right.
Or you can just do, well, it depends how fast your weapon is. I think sword can only do 2 attacks in a row. Click on your actual
I
sword.
believe that's how that works.
Equal to weapon speed.
I think a speed of a sword is 3.
Oh, is it? Yeah, I'm going into a sheet right now to look.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Elven sword, weapon speed 3. So yeah, you could do strike, strike, strike.
I'm not gonna strike. But let me see. I'm remembering that I need to open the damn PDF again.
How does magical armor work? Is it just kind of perpetually gonna be as powerful, or does it wear away, or while he's distracted casting a spell?
Basically, it's white shaded, so he needs to roll a 1 in order for it to fail.
Okay, so that's not anything that's going to get easier for us.
So, well, that's actually the thing. You need him to be rolling. The way to break through a white shaded armor is to just beat the shit out of one place over and over to force the armor rolls as much as possible. So just 3 strikes might actually be tactically the best thing to do, and then hope for bad.
Yeah, I don't know if Great Strikes are worth it.
Yeah.
No, I'm just trying to get to the fight in the book, because I know as an elf I have other options available where I can do strike and other stuff, but I think it might not be relevant if I know breaking the metagame that he's casting the spell that's taking time.
Well, you know it's going to take time anyways. Even if the shortest possible spell is going to take him at least 5 or 6 seconds, you have time to just do 3 actions, maybe at least.
Okay.
How does an action relate to time? Because you keep saying seconds, but is there a relationship between actions and seconds?
Yes, and I was looking for that earlier, and then I found it, but we were knee deep in something else. Let me read it to you.
You can just tell me the page. I just again have trouble finding stuff.
No, I really like the way they phrase it. Yeah, I have to find the page. It's casting time, page 503. 1 to 2 actions, blow as fast as a blow with a sword. 3 to 20, pause in the mayhem, moment of privacy or peace. So that's why your 10 action Arbalest, you need a moment of privacy or peace to reload.
Okay, let's see.
10 actions specifically in a fight is 10 actual fight actions, which is equal. So you're B5, so you get 5 actions per round when you eventually jump in. So you could reload in 2 rounds. I'm trying to. What are you talking about, Nick, with your elf options for fight?
There's some of the stuff that in the fight section it's listed, but it's only certain people get to do that, or maybe it's a bloody versus some bloody versus options that we were using.
Oh, we forgot
special
to do
fighting actions.
We forgot. Oops. Range and cover. Don't want that. I think. No, it doesn't matter. Okay, yeah. Disengage is an option.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go for broke and never run from a fight, like my instinct says.
Oh, that's
Uh,
true.
And strike, strike, strike. Or I should say, I am prepared. Or wait, so now I'm seeing the option to do. I'm still injured, I guess, is the thing. So that's okay.
It's an
Going
ob
for
one.
broke. Hmm?
Ob one strike. Are you ready?
Okay. Yeah.
How do I... Oh, show volley 1.
Oh, he gets multiple things, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, so you can make a weapon roll with an ob one. I have it set, so you just make a weapon roll.
Let's see. We get 1 bonus die.
As the wind picks up.
And let's see. Reroll with fate is only the 6s, and I don't need to do that if it's open-ended.
You could re-roll
Or
one of
can.
them, but I'm not sure. The question is whether it. Yeah. How many fate do you have? You got a lot.
I have 5 fate.
The most you could get is an extra success out of it.
Okay, I'll hold it then.
Um,
Oh, because it's only the 4 that I would get to reroll?
No,
Or
the
that I would want to
sixes.
reroll?
if the test is open-ended and you spend fate on it, you can just re-roll 1
Oh, okay.
fate.
Oh, that's right,
The
it's
question
open-ended.
is, but if he fails his armor test,
Yeah, so where does the hit, I guess, and then I have to decide if I want to spend 1 to move it to
Yeah.
anywhere else, or just continue hammering on the place that it hits right now.
I think you can, like... Oh, you can... use clearing the cobwebs 2 actions in a fight to try and get rid of to grit your teeth, basically. I don't think there's only a limit per scene to it if you put the time into it. But if you get hit... Oh no, if you have 3 superficial wounds, you can't do it.
so yeah, he was asking where does he hit?
Oh, torso.
Hmm.
It's kind of like always torso.
So I think I'd move it to his head and just do damage, because I think that torso is probably going to be the heaviest armored part. Yeah, and then, or wait, how much does it cost to increase the damage? Is that 2 successes? Or is that only 1 success?
It's if you double the obstacle, you get +2 to the die of fate. Oh, if you triple the obstacle, you get +3. So you just automatically get
It's not a
+3
die
to
of
the
fate
die.
for a weapon though. It's 2 successes.
Oh, you're
to-
right. I'm
to
sorry.
increase the damage. It's
Yeah,
2
okay.
successes to increase the damage, but you're not going to be able to damage him because he's got armor.
Sure. Okay. So it's just a matter of making him roll the armor roll. So I want to just move it to the head. Yeah. So that's just a B4.
If it hits, if
If it
he
hits,
fails
right.
if he fails his armor test.
Right. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Yep.
That's a 1. I see a 1.
2 ones.
I see another 1.
2 ones.
Oh. Only 1. I don't know.
But his obstacle was 2. Not that it matters.
Oh, I forgot to change this. Yeah, that was my bad.
But and it already says it lost 1 die to damage.
Yep, it did it automatically. It tracked it.
That's dope.
Okay. So that second one doesn't matter. Okay.
Okay, so you're basically just smashing him in the helmet. If you want to just give us
Yes.
your other 2 rolls. This is you just real quickly.
Kind of an epic little battle we got.
Okay.
Move it to his head again.
That costs you 1, so then we roll armor.
So now is he only rolling 5 armor dice? That's another 1.
Wow, your plan is working. It didn't.
Why doesn't it say
Do
that
it
he
that
lost
time.
1
That's
to
super
damage?
weird.
Yeah.
All right, give us the 3rd one.
So he'll be rolling 4 armor dice next time, I guess?
In theory.
Woo! Nine successes.
Oh, you know why it did it? It's okay, that's insane. You have to get, that's why it rolled 2 1s, because in order to drop, it's superior quality. So it has to roll a 1,
Oh my god.
and then it re-rolls the 1 to see if it's 1 again, and that's what reduces the armor.
Holy shit.
So that's actually insane.
Yeah, you made an unkillable troll.
You're not supposed to kill this troll. I'm really curious to see how you do it. Because I'm sure it will happen, but we'll see what it
No, I
takes.
think I'm gonna die.
Holy
you-
shit!
yeah,
Did you just roll a
I had-
9?
I rolled 9 again. Yes, I've rolled an insane amount of successes, but I've had
Oh
flawed
my.
information about how this mechanically works, and have made poor decisions based off of that flawed
I
information.
wanted this to be a good
understanding.
learning experience for all of us.
Oh, okay.
The learning experience is don't cast Wonderment on your friends.
Uh,
So it goes.
I mean,
I'll get in there and take the hits.
Okay,
yeah.
that was exciting. It's not over yet. We go into volley 2, and Lenora comes alive.
Wait, did his spell not go off?
It hasn't. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry, I forgot.
Wait, no,
Forgot my
it's
own
totally cool.
way to kill
It
you.
doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. If you forgot, that's fine.
So technically this would have happened actually before your third attack. I got ahead of myself. Making an agility test against you. 1. Or did we decide it was ob 2 for something? Why do I remember that?
I think it was ob 1.
Okay.
Might be increased. It might be harder because agility gets reduced by having the clunky armor.
Oh, that.
But
maybe...
it would calculate that automatically, I think.
Let's see. You're right. I did that wrong. Because I have to do the agility test first, I believe. Bear with me 1 second. Crap. Stop. Okay, it should work. Okay, so it reaches out and touches you. You do see like a chip in the helmet after your second blow, but it's not so much the helmet itself that's chipped, but you can tell that it's this like magical aura that you're encountering around it every time you strike at him. And the spiders like congregate where your blade touches the armor, and it's almost as if they're repairing it with their webs. And then he reaches out and touches you, and you feel this horrible necrotic pain seeping in through your armor into your skin. And it's ob 2 up. So you will take B11 damage.
Okay.
He's probably dead.
What does that mean? That's a brutal BR.
So your mortality is 10.
He's
So-
I'm dead.
You scream and probably stumble backwards, and you just feel this corrosive dust and rust moving all over your body, and it looks as if it's just disintegrating your skin. When you hear the Crusader, Cisabella, oh no, she's still hesitating, isn't she? Lenora, you come out of hesitation, and you see Dakath fall backwards, his skin like being eaten away, and his armor being eaten away. What do you do? Oh, Cicabella does come out at the same time as you. She's 5. And you're 4.
Uh-huh.
So she'll come out right after.
Um, let's see, what can I do?
Oh, did I miss? Oh, there he is. Faust is 8.
Let me just also look at prayer and fight. It counts as speech and does not cost actions. So here's a question. This is a mechanics question. Could a minor miracle, which says when sorcerers chant, we pray their spells be broken, stop the spell?
No, because you were hesitating. You could have done that if you hadn't
If I
been
wasn't hesitating.
frozen by wonderment.
So then
I
he's
think it's a
Hoisted by
major
my
mirror.
own
Well,
petard.
I think when you go to mortal, you are dead at the end of the scene, and like treatment, infield recovery, like brings that up a little. But I'm trying to look. Yeah, mortal wound heals differently, so I think you have till the end of the scene to survive.
okay. Then what I want to do.
You also make a steel test, Dakath,
Is,
Okay.
against the pain.
So the light is still shining, right?
Yeah. But he chased the troll into the dark corner.
You should have drawn him out, Dakath.
Yeah.
Um,
Look, I rolled so many dice, I thought, oh yeah, he's just gonna die, but oh jeez, no. He's a badass. Do I have an
Super
additional
boss.
wound penalty? I put a check on there for a BR or a B11. It still says wound penalty 1. For the steel test.
okay,
And what is
the only thing I can do here is I can try and hinder the troll. However, is Ivo still here?
Yeah.
Like, we now know mechanically that we can't do anything to it.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I'm still out of it though because my hesitation's still.
right, yeah. I'm just trying
But,
to figure out what's worth doing here.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna play my instinct.
I was
Um,
wrong. You have to spend a persona for the will to live when you take your max mortal wound. And if you don't have it, you die.
Oh yeah, then I've died.
There is... You basically need a major miracle, I think, to raise the dead. Or you could try to open death magic, and it'll happen with a drawback on your failure. That's always an option.
If only Loop were in the mix. Probably his scene.
Yeah, I don't think if you're saying I could try and open death magic.
No, Lenora would have to do it.
Okay, yeah.
We could also do it
The cops
for
definitely
Loop
wouldn't.
and make a group decision for what his character would do. gosh, I can never find faith in the book. It's just like 2 pages. That was under natural magic.
I have never been in this position before, where a character has been killed.
I mean, you can just die.
No, I mean, I don't think that faith-wise I can do anything to save you right now.
Yeah.
Considering
Except for cast a minor miracle.
Ob 10
When
major
blood
miracle.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Hey, you don't know what the failure. It could still work. It'll just have a drawback.
Yes. No. The thing is, Lenora doesn't believe that she has that power. Right? And so.
finally found her faith limit.
Yeah.
Do you think? Well, in the heat of battle, I don't know what she would do.
Well, we know that we can't kill this thing.
He's not just with a sword in the dark.
Okay, so yeah, Lenora falls to her knees. She calls to Asher, to Holy Mother Asher. Consecrate your temple and cleanse it of these defilers. And she is going to pray for a miracle.
To drive them out.
Now you have to tell me what happens when I fail. If I fail.
On a failure, the ground will split open, much like it was under Dalaran, but this time so much worse, and all of your enemies, as well as every building, will be sucked into the pit.
So the temple is destroyed as well as our enemies.
Yep. Not just the temple, but the entire surrounding area will become
But does that mean us too?
No, you will be able to escape.
Okay. All right.
Sounds great.
Now or never, as they say.
You can hit 10.
Double my dice. How many persona points do I have left? I don't know. Are there any faithful with us?
You still have a deed, right?
Yes, I'm using it.
Okay.
Are there any faithful with us?
I mean, those two
Believers
battle-
give us +1 die.
That's interesting. How many actions, does it take really to do?
It says it counts as speech and it does not cause actions.
Interesting. So it just boom. Well, they're all hesitating, so they can't help you.
Right. Well, is the question is it? They don't have to pray with me. It's that their faith
It's that they
is-
have faith. Okay.
that they believe.
You have these two that came with you, Faust and Cisabella. Malcolm specifically told you he was going to send his most faithful warriors with you to do this.
Right. Yeah.
So you know that they are true believers. You also have Loop as a believer, and I guess not Dakap technically because he's dead.
I'm actively disintegrating, yeah.
Unconsciously disintegrating, I think. He was a believer though, so I don't know. I think your max is 3 anyways, so
Yeah. So what? Yeah. What is? How many helping die is that?
you'll have 3 from it.
Okay.
What's your base exp
All
on
right. So
6, that's not bad. So you'll have 12 base plus you have 15 dice right there with a deeds point.
Mhm.
Apparently, we
And
always
does
keep
loops
one
help
persona.
still count? Does loops help for being in a field still count?
Yeah, you'll still get +1 from the wind.
Okay, so that gives me 16 dice of 10. I gotta spend my persona points.
Are you gonna save
They're all
one
going.
to stay alive just in case?
Yeah, probably a good idea.
I remember that
Yeah.
rule
Alright.
now that we talk about it.
All right, friends. There we go.
Wow.
It's a lot of ones.
11. 11.
Ooh. Any chance that
And that's another
cleansing light?
open-ended one, right?
Suddenly,
What's that?
what'd you say, Nick?
Any chance that cleansing light, stops some the magic creeping along the body?
Cleanse the temple of your defilers. That's the most she could get out in one action. So, it is up to Asher now.
That is the major miracle. I love the wording for it. Are you on that page right now?
You know,
You read it. You want to read it to us?
it says, "When all hope is lost, when the cataclysm has come, we pray for the power divine to manifest us and save us. This is the big one, the column of scourging fire, the parting of the seas, the raging storm, destroy."
So this light that was already here, just now you almost feel it as well as see it. And Faust and Cisabella come out of their hesitation and they also begin to glow. And Cisabella begins to transform. And you hear her voice starts as her normal voice, and as her body almost elongates, and she becomes wreathed in flame. And also grows to almost twice her size. She's about as big as the troll now, not quite as large or bulky, but she also is no longer of human feature, and these large horns have grown out of her head, and her face has transformed completely into this beastly visage with long gnarled teeth and glowing red eyes. And you would almost call her demonic.
Like demonic parentheses good?
And suddenly a circle of fire erupts out of her and burns away. The two spearmen just disintegrate to dust. Dakath, you're right before you see your skin starts to just heal at a rapid rate, and the disintegrating pieces fall apart, and the troll runs over to the altar, and you see him as he pulls out this massive two-handed hammer. He's about to slam it down and kill the priest who's bound there, when suddenly a force of eruption of fire shoots out of what was once Cisabella and it's on art, and just envelops the troll completely and the priest who's tied there, and you can't see anything. And when the flames fade, Cisabella is just collapsed on the ground, and the priest is unscathed, just laying there tied up. Help me, please, someone help me, unbind me. You also the light permeates all the windows, and you see that even the clouds and lightning and storm that was forming is being just driven away, and sunlight is just pouring down from the sky for as far as you can see in every direction. And Dakath, you are miraculously healed by this fire.
So I'm no longer have a B11 wound.
Your wounds are completely gone. You feel you've never felt better.
What the? All right, relationship with Elfkind ended. There is only Asher now.
So Lenora probably doesn't even see this. She's just like weeping profusely, and her hands have probably developed some weird like fiery veins or something on them as they're clasped together.
I will run to Lenora as soon as I have my wits about me, if I understand anything about what just happened.
Faust rushes up and unties the priest and is helping him up. Sisabella lays unconscious on the floor, and Dakath runs towards you, Lenora. Ivo, your reaction to all this?
Are you ready to leave now, Ivo?
I wanna go comedic and be distracted reloading my crossbow and have missed the whole.
Oh my god, I can totally see that. That's hilarious.
Like I'm looking down, like maybe my crossbow is jammed or something.
A little bit of tears in your eyes, like Dakath, no.
Yeah, I mean, so I see that he's back. So obviously,
I don't know that you saw him even die, because didn't you take?
Okay.
You took cover to reload your crossbow, so I think you literally saw nothing, just except for this
that's even better.
massive explosion of fire and energy behind you as you're crouched behind a pew reloading your crossbow. So yeah, what do you do now?
So I know. So where my awareness left off was Koth was flanking the troll. I didn't even see him attack.
Yeah, you saw him running towards the troll, and when you ducked down to reload.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. You hesitated. You hesitated.
What we were doing while we were hesitating. So
I
did
totally
we stand
forgot.
and roll?
I forgot your 9-second hesitation. So you just were staring dumbfoundedly at all this, I guess.
Yep.
Or if you played your you could have done. You'd never actually told us what you wanted your steel test to be.
Yeah, you have to decide what you were.
Because run screaming is totally an option. So you could have taken cover and hid on your
whatever. Yeah, whatever would allow me to have missed the miracle.
No, I think that's perfect.
If that's running and screaming, that's fine.
I think that's hilarious. So yeah, you were crouched hiding, and there's this massive explosion of flame, and all you hear now is almost an eerie silence, and you hear Lenora chanting, and there's just sunlight streaming, and it's just like a beautiful day. And it's as if nothing ever happened.
Is the troll still there?
There is no trace of anything in the church other than yourselves. And your father, Lenora's father, is still there, and the priest.
That U2 song, "It's a Beautiful Day," is playing in the background. Any hesitation in Koth's mind to endorse someone as the next chosen one of Asher is just oh well, now I know who to tell them to follow.
I mean, that's kind of, again, I feel like I brought that up. It's kind of where this is headed, right?
It does seem that way.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess Ivo would kind of gather himself, and if he hears Lenora still chanting and that's kind of like dying down when she's done, and kind of like gathers herself. If she looks weak, he'll rush to support her. Otherwise, he'll just be like, in awe of clearly her prayer did something wonderful. And I think he'll just probably nod and smile and probably say something simple, just like, well done, lass, or something along those lines. But he's proud.
So whenever she snaps out of it, Lenora would go to see if Sisabella is alive.
She's like coming to, even. She's coming out of her what looked like unconscious state.
Okay, so it didn't kill her, this possession.
No, she sits up. What happened?
I don't know. Are you well?
I feel okay, I think. Help me stand. She's like heavily armored, so like holds up her arm.
Yes, so I try to help her to her feet. Then look to make sure that, what is the name of the priest?
McAllen.
Make sure that McAllen is all right. He's totally ignoring her father right now. But checks on them first. Make sure that he's unharmed. And Lenora's probably still in a daze, not have really understanding what had happened. But if they are all right, she will just say, we should find out what happened to the rest of the army.
Your father, like, as soon as he seems to almost come out of this trance as you're talking when you approach the priest, and runs up to you. Lenora! What are you doing here?
Lord Gerard, I would ask the same of you.
Yes, well, it is a long story. A long story indeed. I thought I might never see you again. Where is Henry? Are you with him?
No, I thought maybe you would have the answer to that.
Damn it.
But I suppose we will have time to talk. And she sort of stares at him for a long moment, because the fact that he wasn't burned alive means he wasn't one of the defilers, which was her suspicion. So after a long moment, she says, I am glad that you are well, Lord Gerard.
You've always been so formal, my daughter. This is not the time. You're my only daughter, and I saw what you did. Asher spoke through you. You summoned her avatar. You are the chosen one.
I am merely a servant of Asher's will.
Well, you must continue on then with your faith. For it is obviously doing right by you. You are favored. And then it doesn't take long before Golden Army soldiers are coming in and Malcolm at their lead. By gods, it's amazing to find you all here. What happened? I can't believe this place is still standing after that inferno.
It was the light of Asher. It vanquished our enemies and brought me back from the brink of death.
There's a lot of murmuring with that, and Malcolm comes up to you and he's flanked by a few soldiers, and there's like a growing horde of them. You can see probably the whole company, though it's less than 20 than what you came with, is kind of crowding into the church now, and he bows before you and draws his sword. Lord Dakath, I knew it to be true. You have saved the church and their peoples. You are Asher's chosen. And they all start to kneel.
No, I ran in like a fool and would be dead if it were not for Lenora. She is the chosen. And you owe her fealty. And I'll bow and, bow to her effectively.
No one is chosen for anything.
I sure as hell am not. It's your problem now.
Cisabella steps forward. Oh, go ahead. She's like moves in close.
Let us take stock of what has happened to our forces and their forces. Then we can determine what Asher intended for us.
He turns to you and stands and approaches you, and my lady, there is no indication of their forces. It is as if they were never here. No sword, nor boot, nor ration. The goblinoids, nowhere to be found. Their buildings abandoned. I do not know what to think of it. The skies have grown sharp and clear, and it is all thanks to you. Because of you, the Lady Asher has sanctified this place again. And he holds his sword high. To Lady Lenora, the chosen one. All the knights draw their swords. Repeat after him. And then suddenly Cisabella raises her axe high and she says, Lady Lenora's words perhaps are what drew the eye of our great goddess, but it was my body that was chosen to bear her flame. She transformed me into her avatar, and with that I eradicated the beastly troll that lay within this temple, desecrating it with their void embrace. And there's a lot of murmuring, and you hear a lot of people kind of siding with her, but other people still but it was Lenora's words. Asher answered Lenora, and there's some almost little arguments going on, just discussions about.
Are all instruments of Asher's will. And that's all Lenora says, and then she walks away.
As you start to walk away, you hear him, says to Cisabella, will you lead our soldiers, Avatar of Asher?
He's so fickle.
It almost becomes this formal procession. She holds her axe high, and it almost has this like wreath of flame around it. Like it glows with a tiny fire aura as she like speaks these words. So it's more meant to be like she's challenging you for claim of leading.
Now is not the time to decide this.
The lady is right. We must set up our defenses. We have taken the church back. Now we must make sure we can hold its claim.
Indeed.
And she just starts barking orders and taking over, like, send a rider to Dalaran. I want perimeter sweeps and 3-man guards patrolling at all hours, and just goes into, like, logistics mode. Faust and McAllen kind of approach you. Your words are true, Lenora. You do not let your ego prevent necessity. Cisabella is a good leader. Amalise was wise to trust her. Her path is here. Your path goes far beyond the scope of what any of these knights can even understand is happening. I know what you have seen, for my sister has seen the same. And through her eyes, I have witnessed the happenings around the land, in the skies and in the ground.
Soldiers need generals.
Faust steps up. You know, he's there with these. Cisabella is a fine general, but she is no Amalise. Even she knows that. Though, from what I have seen, I would believe she is the chosen one. Any of those men would believe it if they'd seen it as well. Any of those men and women in the golden armor. The aura of flame is enough to convince most.
She may have been the instrument, but she was not the source of the light that cleansed the Thomas on its own, or the light that healed my body as it turned to ash.
I agree. I witnessed truth today. While I stood there and drooled at the sight of the elven magic, you showed triumph and called Asher to us. If you would, Lady Lenora, I would pledge my axe to your guard and follow the word of Asher deeper.
We would be honored to have you among us. But let us attend to the defenses first. And perhaps get some rest.
That is a good idea. I'll see you all then.
All right, I'm going to take a 3-minute break to go to the loo,
Sure.
Okay.
and I'll be right back.
I'm gonna step away as well. Ooh, boy. Faith is busted, huh?
What's busted?
Face. Mechanically. But, like, 10 successes is wild. Sure, there's a lot of successes. But, like, damn, sword just can't catch a break.
Pretty cool though. Epic moments.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was intense.
I feel like 14 successes on a sword attack is like the most beautiful, poetic strike, the most perfect blow. They just stopped.
That was pretty
But, you
powerful
know-
armor though.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's definitely like an oh shit moment, you know?
It can be a very humbling moment for all of us, right? Because we didn't expect to be fighting a blessed troll,
Yeah.
blessed troll sorcerer.
Right.
We should all be dead.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, major miracle. I guess that's what the Artha is for, is like big swings.
So, we don't have to roleplay it out, but talking to McKellen further, he tells you that the troll was intending on sacrificing him to perform blood magic, Well, actually, not real. Not. I guess there's a difference between blood magic and servant magic. And the orcs and trolls use the Void Embrace, and they perform rituals of blood. And it would have summoned. He was trying to summon all of the orcs. Within the land to this church. This is where they were going to host the orcish horde.
Wow. Okay.
Lenore's father, Gerard, he says he is very somber about all of this and quiet, but confirms he said that was exactly what they intended to do. The Thomists' reach spreads far. Antai is a powerful entity. Not as powerful as Asher, of course, but I mean, you kind of almost, you've never seen him quite so emotional, maybe. It's like he's trying not to just break down. It says, I had to help them. You see, they took your brother when they slew Amelis. I don't know what they've done with them, but I suspect they took him either into the forest or towards the coast. I know that their forces are attempting different paths. I don't know what they intend to use him for.
Clearly nothing good. A sacrifice, a possession. It's gonna be bad.
There is rumor. I had heard their captain, Agatha, several times speak of the Dark Church and being on a hill overlooking the break. The fastest way to the coast is through the Outlands, though I've heard no word of what's happening there other than they have allied with the pirates of Hassan under Antai's sway. Within the church, they seek the heart of the grove that holds immense power. Your brother could be at either of these places. I fear what has happened in Eager, though I know little other than it has been closed. There's word of Thomist movement in the mines of the Under, however. They didn't tell me much. I was able to eavesdrop on this very little, as you can see. The reach spreads far and it's growing daily. Many foul beasts and the races of the Underdark worship Antai. There are more of trolls just like this. Not all of them with enchanted armory, but many of them.
We must find a way to mitigate this armor if we are to confront these beasts in the future.
That's why we were going to the Grove. To find the side that we need.
Indeed.
McAllen says, only the scythe could pierce that armor easily. But it is also spoken that only Asher's true chosen one may wield it. It may be you, maybe any of us. but I know that you will not find it unless you seek it.
It does not matter who wields the scythe, as long as it is the chosen of Asher. And we must facilitate this with great expediency.
The scythe will only let it be wielded by Asher's chosen one. Amalise was not so much chosen as she was. She and the Bond were the same. They were of one. And she and Asher were of one. Tell me, Master Dwarf, are you one with Asher?
Who's asking this?
The priest.
The priest.
Oh, so he wouldn't know. No, I just have faith in my friends.
A noble dwarf answer, if I've ever heard one. Asher bless you. I can feel it. Where will you go
I
next?
do feel a little lighter on my feet now, I guess. Maybe that's the blessing.
What we witnessed and hear, the Avatar, it will bring flame and light back into this world. We must seek out more of them. They will follow the scythe. I must set up bedding for the for the soldiers. If you'll excuse me. Kind of walks away. Gerard turns to you. Lenora, I have supplies, secret supplies, that I can provide with you, or provide you with. They're at the homestead, though, and there might be Thomas lurking there.
You can speak with our merchant friend about the matter of supplies while we determine what our next course of action is. How many people will it take to protect this place?
Protect it? Much more than we have. There is a Golden Army force in Dalaran's walls, but they are secretly working. They're secretly led by followers of Antai. Perhaps if you went there and were able to recruit them back to the cause, now that the light has come, the light has returned to the skies.
Yeah, we were there.
In Dalaran?
We went looking for you, Lord Jared.
Many of the soldiers here came from Dalaran. Right?
Oh, yeah. By Asher, that's... Then you have reclaimed the city? The Thomas are unawares.
It's a recent development, but yes.
This could change
They were
things.
driven out.
I'll begin handling some logistics for supplying the city. We'll create a trade route from there to here, a guarded trade route. We must find more followers. You must perhaps travel to the other cities. Recruit more to Asher's Way.
We must rebuild the flock, indeed.
Where will you
In
go
your-
next? He kind of asks all of you.
In your communications to organize the logistics, please keep an ear out for any strange or mysterious elves who lurk about nearby towns.
There's an elf in the forest.
Do you know their name?
I fear not. It is a dark witch. She serves Antai. That is the one they sent there to reclaim the heart of the forest. I do believe
Different
she
kind
was a
of
lore master in the distant lands.
Oh, God. I see. Then it appears that is the elf that I am searching for and our enemy are, at least in part, the same. That is disheartening, but... I do believe on behalf of my people we must deal with this witch.
He's just, he leaves.
So-
Says to begin prepping for creating that.
Yeah, Lenora, I guess, would send Loop to go
Yeah.
with her father,
It'll
not
give
just to
Luke
keep an
something
eye on
that
him,
he'll love doing
but to
that next
do
session.
logistics things.
Yeah.
And now finally the three of us are alone.
Lenora, it has come time for me to bind myself to you in a privileged ritual of my people. It is not only symbolic, but
I think you should probably buy me dinner first.
if that is what you require, but this is not a proposal of marriage. If you were to be in danger, this ritual, this song will help me be there to protect you. In ways that I had failed Amalise, and I had taken pause before performing the ritual for Amalise, and not doing so has become one of my great regrets. Seeing what I've seen now, there's no reason to wait.
Well, can it wait till the morning at least?
He just bursts into
yes,
song
if that's-
immediately.
yeah. If that's what you would prefer. Also, it would probably be best if no one else is around, just because I don't want them to, there's been too much drool spread over this place already.
It just looks at Ivo and says, "What do you think about it?"
Did you cut off? What do you think about what?
About all of this?"
Out of character, I mean, it's such a jumble of rumors and different threads that we can explore. It's hard to follow. In character, I mean, I think I want to go to Eager and no one else does. I mean,
Well, we
Yeah.
have to. We will go there once we get the skies. We need them as allies.
it was supposed to be here, I thought.
It's in the grove.
Aren't we in the grove?
No, on the edge of it. Look at the map.
Yeah. Okay. I
sort of
guess I
like-
thought we were kind of in it.
Kind of like right on the edge of it.
Yeah.
So we'll go through the grove and then go to Eager afterwards.
Okay. I think, like, out of character, I think Ivo, you can probably sense that there's this sort of like tension between being supportive of the larger needs and pursuing his own interests that he thinks can be more helpful, and now this Gwenmira's responsibility, and like kind of the sooner he can close that door, the sooner he feels less distracted. I don't know. I mean, like I guess you can sense he feels like stretched thin or something. Maybe a little tired. Kind of unsure of how to be everything he needs to be for every different person in some way.
Well, yeah, everything has been so fucking dangerous that like putting anything between points A and B on the escort mission is like, well, that thing's probably going to be crazy, insane, potentially deadly. So that's going to suck for trying to protect somebody.
Yeah, but he also knows. I think, in and out of character. Like, obviously, Ivo's sort of like a side character and a support kind of unit. And so, I think Ivo embraces that, but again, like he still has his other responsibilities. So it's I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like an interesting thing to kind of ponder. But I feel like your characters would probably pick up on that sort of internal struggle in some way.
So we have an army of less than 40 people, right? There's
Is that an art?
Yeah,
there's
pretty
20
much.
people in Dalaran, and there's about 20 or less, depending on how many died
Right.
with us. And then it sounds like they have hundreds.
Well, you
Think
knew
we
the
have the
Golden
mirror
Army
board.
was like thousands strong, maybe even
Yeah,
tens of
okay.
thousands.
So they have thousands. Okay. So it makes sense to sort of like use this part of the world to kind of build our forces up while we go off and try and find this side.
It like accidentally became a kingdom builder mini game.
Yeah.
So funny.
Yes. And so Isabella clearly wants to take command of this army. we should leave her to build it as she wants and go find the scythe with whoever wants to come with us.
My only concern with Isabella is that her confidence will ultimately it stems from the bow being proud of what the arrow did, you know.
Asher moved through her, and we need a general with confidence.
But if her confidence turns to ambition, then we may find ourselves fighting more than one war, more than one adversary.
I share your concerns. I don't feel like we know her very well, and I don't know the solution because I do think, obviously, we must find the scythe too. But to leave
a
the
woman of
army in
faith.
the hands of someone we don't necessarily fully know seems like an awful leap.
She is a woman of faith and devotion. And we should listen to her faith and devotion. Ambition corrupts all hearts. And if we stick together, I think we can overcome that.
I suppose at some point we must place our faith in others. We will find no success fighting every battle ourselves.
Yeah, let them prepare for the war while we find allies.
And can I ask a question? Reed, do any of us know her from kind of like the before times, before like the kind of Thomist rebellion or whatever? Like, has she established herself as having like any credibility, or is she some new jack that we only just recently met?
No, she has credibility. There were basically there were 6 generals of the Golden Army. They each commanded like a massive force of troops, and Cisabella was one of them. And she left with Malcolm, or she went and joined Malcolm after the coup, because Malcolm left about a month before the coup. And then Antoine was so far the other one who was in Dalaran. So she is one of the like big named crusaders.
Yeah, it's basically the difference between a general and a foot soldier being in charge.
Mm-hmm. I just didn't know. So
yeah, that but yeah, we probably only know her by reputation and we saw.
So yeah.
So it sounds like Foss will come with us. It sounds like we need a handful of people. I mean, I guess we need to find out how many people the anti-people sent into the Desolate Grove.
Mm-hmm.
Your father wouldn't know. He just knows that they sent like a force of soldiers there with the elfin lore master, or well, he doesn't really call her a lore master, he calls her a witch, but had told you that she was a lore master at one point.
I mean, it's never been numbers that has helped us here. It's been
Faith.
bravery and faith.
A lot of faith.
So we should take. I think I would say a small group and go. Once things have been settled here.
Sounds like a good idea. It's a good place to stop too. We can do XP. We'll open next game with Dakath using Song of Bonding. That'll be awesome. Hopefully, you don't.
I mean, I'm gonna try and push that off for as long as possible.
I mean, he's gonna ask for consent. He's not, he's not trying to force it on you. If you don't wanna, you don't wanna. That's fine.
Dude, the coolest part about it though is it gives you call on for steal if your person is in danger. So it lets you resist his wonderment basically by doing it. But that depends on who the master is, which I think is almost. Are you calling Lenora your master in faith?
It says bind himself to another or to a master. So it can not be it can be a peer relationship, if that's how we wish to describe it.
Nice. That's interesting. Why can't I just saw it? Where'd it go? Ob 5 isn't really easy either, though. I'm curious.
Wait, what is the song that we're talking about?
It's page
Song of
149.
Bonding?
Song of Bonding. Yeah. Once successfully sung, the bonded second now gains a new trait, Bonded. This counts as call on for steal when master is in danger.
Yeah, I think it's gonna take us a while to get there.
Okay.
But I like the idea.
I literally, like, from Dakath's perspective, he was literally disintegrating.
Yes.
And like, okay, well, this is just what I have to do now. Like my entire existence now is like in service of this thing. Like my beliefs are probably changing, and there's not going to be as much of the elf-related stuff, like elven-kind things. It's just this cause. Like, I'm still vaguely interested in seeing the lore master for elf reasons, but also because it's an elf who is committed to Auntie. That really gets my goat now.
I thought it might. Okay. Let's go through beliefs. Dakath, you're on top. We'll start with you. The prophecy is uncertain. I must find a path to realize it while protecting elvenkind.
Well, the end of that is I will search for the High Etharch has a lore master hidden in the region. I will search for their sign and locate them.
So you get a fate.
Which I guess that's halfway done. The troll is a powerful ally that must be slain. Like a powerful ally for boop, and then I must drive off the Thomists. That feels kind of like and I helped, kind of,
You're part of the faithful that drove them.
Sure.
Yeah, no, so yeah, 2 persona, and you need to write 2 new beliefs.
Yep.
And you're basically set up to get the next one potentially next session. I think if you do go through the grove, that might take 2 sessions to get through it. You want to keep reading? Who's next? Ivo. Oh, I guess we'll do your instincts real quick, Dakath.
Yeah, I'm curious. Looking at the
Oh.
book description, just to stop on the Song of Bonding thing once more. Where did you get the description that you pasted in the one on the book, or on my character sheet, not in the book? Because that's different than what I'm seeing on the page you referenced before. We can go over that later. Anyways, sorry. I definitely did not hide from a fight.
Yeah, that's a fate. Because you died for it.
Yeah.
Can you get? Is there anything more getting in trouble than actual death?
Just dying? Yeah.
Never hide
Two
who I
fate
am.
then. All right. No. Preserve my elvish arms and armor. I kind of like. Is my stuff okay as well? Did that come back?
Ooh.
No, that's actually. I would say no. It was only your like organic form that was healed by the light, whereas your armor still has some corrosion, visible corrosion to it.
Okay.
So that can be an instinct that you can play next time
Yeah.
to kind of be obsessing about it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. We can, I guess, mechanically figure out what that means later, but I don't think Never Hide Who I Am got me in trouble.
I mean, it almost did, but we didn't really push it. Like we could have started a whole fight over who was the heir to Amelis, right?
Yeah, I guess they tried to put that on me again, and I was like, "Fuck no, stop that! It's her."
So it did put send the story in an interesting direction. Creates difficult or awkward situations. I'm gonna say it created an awkward situation.
Yeah.
Malcolm is like going from person to person trying to.
Are you my daddy? He's just really dying for a boot to lick, man.
They needed guidance. They're like a lost herd. They don't know what to do.
Yeah. These poor little puppies.
They like basically went on a suicide mission, charging head on. And if that didn't happen, like I was gonna roll a die of fate, and on a 1 they survived, and on anything else, like the whole army was gonna get wiped the fuck out because of the failed song roll, basically. And so they're just like, somebody please help us. Like,
we really need an adult.
oh man. All right, Ivo, you want to do your beliefs?
Unless my belief was I will reload my Arbalest, I don't think I did anything this session.
Oh shit! I just realized that. Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened?
Didn't you have a belief about killing the?
Yeah,
troll?
but I mean, I didn't do anything to help. But yeah, I mean, killing the troll and the wolf were 2 of my beliefs. But I feel like it would be hard to justify having earned anything.
I guess that's true. I mean, it's not your fault though, right?
No, I don't. I mean, I'm fine. I just
It's the steel test.
how it played out.
We got us. Yeah.
You didn't get the chance to move yourself in. That
No, that's what I
9
was gonna say.
hesitation, Jesus. Nick's roll totally just like shut you down.
Sorry. I think in the future maybe we could get some like earplugs for you guys, and then I'll open up with singing, and then you can remove the earplugs.
I think we could probably also trait vote some kind of something or other. right? The thing is that we can't use it as a, there could be some kind of trait that we develop imperviousness to this,
No, I think that's a really good
Right.
idea. Do we think we're at a trait vote situation after saving the temple here, or do you think it's more of after
Didn't we
the?
just have one?
Yeah, I feel like we did
I
just
mean,
have
I
one,
thi-
didn't we?
Yeah, like
I-
2 sessions ago.
I wouldn't call this a deeds point, but I would think like that was such an epic like thing to happen that it could do trait changes.
It was a huge moment. Yeah.
I think even
So
becoming, we could I would trait vote in that you have a bonus on your steel.
I mean, let's
You're
let it ride for a
right.
while.
So we can think about it for a little while.
Because to me that just felt like not exactly a turning point, more like a stop off. Getting information, determining where to go next. Connor, you didn't have a belief that was just would drive the Thomists off? I thought that was one you did.
But I mean, I didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
No, I
It's all right.
think that used to be one. I must have removed it.
Let's do Lenora and then we'll do, because I know you got humor. Is that
Maybe.
fate?
I mean, I
That's a
thought
fate
I
point.
thought Lenora had some good moments for that too.
I think that right skill, right time goes to Lenora.
Yeah.
Because the literal, I almost want to say the only way in the entire game of Burning Wheel to eradicate all your enemies and bring a character back from the dead in one roll is a op 10 miracle. So it sounds pretty right skill, right time. No, I thought it was, I'm giving Connor humor because your whole idea of missing everything was hilarious.
So what is that? Fate or Persona?
It's a
Fate
fate.
point.
We're
Okay.
I
close.
mean, clearly the miracle is the big moment. So if I feel like there's an MVP kind of thing that's got to go to
Yeah.
the miracle.
Yeah, I think that's an MVP also. Pretty insane miracle.
I think I fulfilled all three of my beliefs, as they were currently written. But I think the first one is the faith belief, so it has to be tweaked a little bit if I want to change it, if I want to say that I fulfilled it.
Yeah, you could hone in more on finding the scythe.
Yeah. I changed it this time because this was I'm gonna rescue the people in the temple.
Oh sure.
So the next version of it is we'll find the scythe.
Well, it's interesting. It basically took 8 sessions you've claimed the eastern land, all the Eastlands, and so it definitely applies to your first belief there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you learned about Henry, sort of.
So
Deliverance of justice. Oh yeah.
I'm looking at my instincts here.
Speak with
I would
brutal
say that
honesty.
I tried to play always speak with brutal honesty, to contribute to the same awkward situation of giving Sisabella the credit.
Yeah, you can take that one.
And then traits are alters direction in the story or makes life. No, I mean, not really. Faith has already earned enough reward.
I almost forgot to didn't get role played out, but Gerard tells you that he was allowing the Thomas to use his manor to. That's how they got into Dalaran. Was they snuck in through the mountains from the Charred Plains, and he basically smuggled them in past Odenkirk that way, and that was how they took over, and that they could potentially still they've been using it. That's why he says there might be some Thomas at his manor.
Interesting. Because he was being blackmailed. That's the gist of it. That.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was sort of going with never trust him, but he's not one of them because other people did. So, but I'm gonna keep that instinct because I like it. Actually, maybe I would change it because now it's sort of like we now know that they're like evil. Anyway, I'll think about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like it because I can see a situation where you maybe kidnap a Thomas or go somewhere where there's a lot of Thomas and try to blend in and not trust someone could get you in trouble in a situation like that if you can capture a single Thomist and try to use them to your advantage somehow.
Right, yeah. Cool.
It just flows. Never trust a Thomas. Mold Breaker? Did you get a Mold Breaker today? Anybody?
If I had ran from that fight, then
I mean, there's I don't know what the reward is. What is the reward for unless Nick already got it for playing your character so well that it almost tanks the game?
Dude, honestly, that was embodiment to the full because he just didn't even think. He just charged in without.
Yeah, it's embodiment, right?
That's definitely embodiment. So that's a persona for Nick.
He knows how to do one thing.
Well,
my God, he's gonna try and do it.
It was you were too good at it. You started to think you were unstoppable, and there are forces in this world that will stop you.
I thought it was awesome. Like it was anticlimactic, but also really like what he would do.
Yeah, there's a big score moment where the music changes after that 14 success sword test, which with other abilities like Faith, an ob 10 is like wiping out all of your enemies and bringing someone back to life. The sword, what's the sword equivalent of that? And that just being like completely shrugged off.
Okay. What we have to do is get you a magic sword.
I mean, my sword was magic.
Oh, I guess you made it magic-ish, right?
I made it. Yeah, I made it magic. Yeah.
Would any of the higher magic have helped you?
Is there a VA like increases VA?
If I had gone for
6.
Let me see, for the 6 or no,
it only
if
increased.
I gone for the ob 4, I could have gotten a +1 VA, but with that armor, that wouldn't have mattered.
It would have made it a little bit more difficult for you. It's pretty, no, but like a real magic sword, like that, like how he has magic armor, that you don't have to, that you
Right.
don't have to ensorcel this for.
Right. Like a real magic sword that I could also then ensorcel.
That
Yes.
would be that a magic sword that you would likely find would be essentially gray shaded.
And we should probably look at his grief, since he
Oh, you have to make a
Oh,
grief
yeah,
test.
I've
You have a
literally
you'd make
died,
a
yeah.
Ob 6 grief.
Well, I would sing the lament
Your lament.
for the fallen, which was myself.
Yeah. No, a few of your guys died in the initial attack.
So yeah, how does
You went
lament?
with
How do
20.
laments work again?
So,
Lowers the level of the grief test by 1 step.
6 guys died.
What was that?
I mean, I thought that you don't actually roll grief; you just take the.
You just take
You
it,
just-
yeah. But you can
you
roll
just
the
take
lament
it.
and it lowers it by 1 step, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, this lowers level of the grief test by 1 step.
So you'll take an Ob 5 grief.
Would be from this.